Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to your Rivals Rumble. It is North London Derby, of course. And you know, it won't be the North London Derby without some craziness and crazy takes and Arsenal with injuries, and the league is done in game week 3, of course. Man United will bounce back, and Erik ten Hag will be at the helm of Manchester United forever because they definitely gonna beat the next two teams, and people are gonna praise Ten Hag. And we'll talk about Chelsea trip to Bournemouth. If they lose, I think all hell will break loose, to be honest with you. But there's a lot to talk about this weekend, of course, and a lot to talk about now. So hit that like button if you just joined us. Dio might join us later. Ahmed will join us later, of course. But we're here with Will, Jay, Souls is here, Ahmed, to tell us all about Arsenal. Yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was crazy, to be honest, Ahmed on the Lawa. And Winter Surfer is here. So hit that like button, people. This is going to be an epic show. Hit the likes up. Guys, the like button looks like thumbs up underneath your live chat. So get the likes up as quickly as possible. Let me know what you think in the chat. And there's only one place to start, which is, how's everyone doing first? How is everyone doing?
Very good, man. Very
good.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Everyone is good.
Man. Yeah. Good news are coming out today, bro. Good news are coming out.
What is the good news?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Arteta staying. Brilliant news. As a rival, I'm gassed.
Hold on. You really think... let's start there then. Okay, tell me, why do you think that's good news for you as a rival?
One second. Oh my days, why is everyone...
See, he has no answer, man.
Look, that was planned.
That is crazy. No, but listen, Tell me, Ahmed, Habibi, tell me, why do you think
Listen,
Arteta staying is bad news? It's
Listen,
crazy,
listen.
actually. It's crazy.
Listen, it's
Don't disappear this time. Actually answer.
No. My sister came. Relax.
All right.
Like I said, yeah, the reason why this is good news, yeah, is because, bro, first of all, they're not a threat like that. It's not like they're dominating. It's not like they're winning Premier Leagues or winning anything serious. As a rival fan, there's nothing for me to be scared about Arteta. They can challenge all they want, but recent history has shown that whenever they try to reach the finish line, they always fail. So for me personally, it's nothing. It's not that big. It's not really a threat like that. Pep Guardiola and Man City is a completely different story. But with Arteta, yeah, I look at him. He's done a decent job with you. Like, he's improved you on the performance on the pitch, but overall, he's not got you to the finish line. And if he keeps doing that over and over again, then why should I be stressed about Arteta like that? Honestly, why should I be stressed? Honestly, like, seriously, what, like, his time at at Arsenal, what's he done? If he was to leave today, what would he be remembered as? What? Playing good football? Everyone plays good football every now and then. You're not gonna...
You see, Ten everyone plays good football.
No. But what if he was to leave today? If he was to leave today, what would people say about him? Oh, he rebuilt Arsenal.
Coach, you took us from the pits of hell and brought us to heaven. That's the reality.
Heaven. This is what you call
I wouldn't
heaven.
say heaven. Oi, don't do that.
Hey,
It's not heaven yet.
Like, if you think about where we're going, look, the only thing that's stopping him is one of arguably the greatest managers of all time to do it. How many other... Okay, so you do realize in his career, the man's only lost 3 league titles across 3 countries. It's impossible to dominate and actually consistently get it over the line. Manager who came in 4 seasons ago, right?
You're just making excuses, man. I'll be so real.
Making excuses. Okay, but where are you? You're in the pits of hell. If someone came and took you to...
Don't deflect to United, by the way. Don't deflect to United, because this is Arsenal.
No. I'm just giving you a scenario here. At the end of the day, look, Arteta's been rewarded for his consistency here. Yes, he's not got it over the line. That's the one thing that we're asking him to do. But he is competing, and he is competing at a very high standard. And against the Pep Guardiola, who are doing things that have never done before, consistently getting... You have to now... You can't lose a single game to win the league title. It's unprecedented that these are the levels that you have to compete.
Okay, so if he was to leave Arsenal right now, yeah, there's no difference between him or Brendan Rodgers. Both have FA Cups. You can say what you like, but what's he got on his CV? What's he got on his CV?
On the CV, it's not about what's on the CV. At the end of the day, we needed to come back. We know the position Arteta took over, which was
you were winning trophies with Wenger.
No, but it was toxic. We weren't moving forward. There was no hope. No one came into the season saying...
You got rid of him just to have like a good time.
I can't wait. No. It's not about having a good time. There's a genuine belief now that we can win things. Yes,
and what if you won? You've not won anything.
There's still a belief. We come into this season as one of the favourites to win the title.
But you don't win it though, so it's all good having belief or not.
All right, so look, no manager anyone appoints, right, as long as Pep is here, is exciting. No matter who anyone employs, bring Ancelotti. It's not going to make a difference. So
How do you know
that's your take. Okay, because as Pep Guardiola is here, because we are competing to a standard that is high enough. It's just that Pep's a freak and just gets it over the line.
No. It's not that.
It is.
This Man City team is beautiful, and you can win.
Do you rate Mourinho?
Yeah, well, Klopp won a title.
Do you rate Mourinho?
Of course, I rate Mourinho.
Do you rate like the managers who he's competed against, right? And they couldn't do it either. They couldn't do it either.
Klopp literally won a title.
Tried and can only do it once. They can only nick a league title from this guy.
Klopp actually beat a Man City team that was better than this one, and he still won a title.
Once.
Yeah, and then he finished 1 point behind as well.
Can you be honest, Ahmed, and say that Manchester City guys, hold on. Can you, Ahmed, be honest and say that Manchester City that season actually only accumulated 70-something points, which is not...
I don't know what the points tally were. I don't know what the points tally
were. I can double check just to be 100% sure. Liverpool were magnificent that season. Let's get it right. Liverpool were amazing.
It was COVID season, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Manchester City had 81 points.
But that's what I'm saying. That's credit.
If Man City had 81 points, Arsenal would have won the league twice already.
Yeah, but
let's establish this here, right? So you saying that Klopp beat him? I'm not discrediting Klopp. Klopp did a phenomenal and amazing job because actually Klopp got 99 points, 97 points, and he's fantastic, right? Jurgen
And
Klopp,
he's
the
won
way he
Champions
played.
League as well.
Yes, so Klopp is an amazing coach, and he absolutely was going against Manchester City, and Manchester City were phenomenal, right? But the reality is, that season that Klopp won the title, Man City were not the best Man City that Arsenal were against in the last 2 seasons at all, by the way. But it doesn't give. But let me just establish something. That is not an excuse for me. Arsenal, if you call yourself a big club, you should be winning the league title. You should be aiming to win the league title, right?
But that's what they're not doing.
I hope that all Arsenal fans agree with this. Like, we cannot just keep saying, I'm going against Pep. I'm going against Pep.
No,
We should be at some point.
Hold
Hold on. Let me just finish the point. You guys can respond. But at some point, we will have to say, all right, yes, we're going against Pep, but we have to win at some point. We cannot just be, oh, we're going against Pep, so we'll accept it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And for me, when he says, oh, yeah, we're having a good time, I don't know about that. For me, this ain't a good time. What? Because we're just competing. I can't, that's not a good time for me. I know, for me, major trophies is a good time. I ain't trying to settle for no FA Cup and competing because we're second is having a good time. That's not the Arsenal I know. Like, that. And what's my man's name? Sir.
Ahmed.
Yeah, Ahmed.
Man United fan.
No, not you. Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan.
Soul.
Yeah. He said we're having a good. I'm not having a good time, my guy. What? Just competing.
He's in heaven, though. He said you're in heaven, bro.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
We're getting there. They're winning.
That's heaven. I don't want to see hell, bro. I don't want to see hell if this is heaven. I'll be so honest. Imagine hell if this is heaven. Nah, bro. That's crazy.
Like, I just need a bit more. And for me, with the contract thing, I swear he's the highest paid in the Prem right now, isn't he? Or something like that. I heard something. Am I wrong?
20 million? Is it 20 million a year? I heard. Or is that wrong?
Anyway, for him getting that contract, for me, it's too early. You're rewarding him for what? Competing and getting an FA Cup. For me, it was too early. I would have waited to the end of the season to see what he's done.
I guess though he's in the last year though, right? So it's like they had to commit, or I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I like the way when they said long-term contract, but it's only like 3 years. They have to renegotiate in 18 months to 2 years time anyway. But I think what it means is all this hard work, all these improvements of Arsenal. There has to be some showing for it now. Do you know what I mean? There has to be something at the end. It's okay getting you up there, second, but now what does the club do? This summer is a prime example of you not pulling the trigger. Do you know what I mean? And leaving yourself, I think, a bit short with the squad overall. Maybe not the first team, but the squad overall maybe a little bit short. But I mean, this whole thing, like I think Mo goes with it. It's like, just because Pep Guardiola's here, everyone's just like fearful. Do you know what I mean? Like we can't do anything. Arsenal have shown improvement over the last 2 years. They got close. They got to within 2 points this time. Actually took them to the last day. Exactly. That should be the attitude. That should be the attitude.
In any walk of life, if you go into something like, oh my God, that person, you're gonna lose. You've lost already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not
exactly.
They play literally. They kick ball just like us. Simple. I ain't fearing no one.
Exactly. And all this thing about we'll wait till Pep leaves. No, you should want to beat him when he's here.
No one's saying waiting until Pep goes.
No, I'm not saying you saying. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying it's like a general feeling of when Pep goes, Man City will drop. Then others can beat him now. Beat him now when he's at his most powerful. That would be a lot for any manager that beats Pep Guardiola in the league right now. That would be huge for them. Absolutely huge for them.
Well, not only that too, but comparing Arteta to Klopp's Liverpool is an insult to Liverpool, right? Because Arsenal hasn't gotten anywhere near the points totals that Liverpool got in either of those seasons that they challenged Pep for the league seriously. Arsenal never got
last season they definitely challenged seriously.
Points. When did Arsenal get 97 points?
Yeah, but last season,
When did Arsenal
really
get 97 points, Mo?
Yeah, but that's not the point, though.
It is the point because you're basing it off point totals for them because Manchester City only got 81. But yeah, third place had 66 points that season. That Manchester City had 81 points. The rest of the league's points totals were super low. Arteta at Arsenal has never gotten close to the point totals that Jurgen Klopp got at Liverpool. Not even close.
What about the football? You don't think that Arsenal's football at the current moment is a good brand of football from where they were?
It's a good
2 years
brand
ago?
of football compared to where they were, but it's nowhere near Klopp's Liverpool at his peak.
Well, that's a subjective
Klopp-
term, though.
No, but
Because
hold
at the end of
on,
the day,
Salt.
like,
But he has. It's not a
competing is
subjective.
competing.
Salt,
It
it's
is
not
not, because the
subjective.
leagues
Or
are
give me a
different.
second. Let me explain. Klopp reached back-to-back Champions League finals and reached 3 Champions League finals, and literally were neck to neck with City for the majority of their time there. 3
And we're
seasons
reaching
out of the
basically one game
Back
off of
to-
having a
bro,
centennial
back to-
themselves.
back-to-back Champions League finals, right? With one of them, your main star is injured in the first 20 minutes because Sergio Ramos is just a fucking like a dickhead. You know what I mean? And you reach another Champions League. I know that it has nothing to show for it, but Liverpool were one of the best teams in the world. They smacked Manchester City in the Champions League in that Champions League run. I get what Will is saying, but also, to be honest, Arsenal don't have the class of players that Liverpool has. They don't. Even now, you don't have a Van Dijk at his peak yet. Individually, by the way, individually. But you know what I mean by there is a difference in pairing Gabriel and Saliba and Van Dijk individually, where you put next to him Gomez, Matip, Konate, my cousin, my nephew. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Van Dijk at that time. They got second year, they got Alisson. Mohamed Salah was ridiculous. Mane was okay. We don't need to speak about the difference between Mane, Trossard, and Martinelli. Just Firmino versus Havertz. We don't need to speak about these guys. But again, we are discrediting where Arsenal is now with a team that is built from nothing. Nothing. By the way, I'm going to tell you why is it from nothing. The 2 pieces that were added here are Declan Rice and Havertz. Odegaard was branded a failure at Real Madrid. Real Madrid were willing to let the guy go for scraps. Saka is a youngster. Saliba, no one knew who Saliba were before they signed him. Gabriel was labeled as a flop for as many seasons as he played for Arsenal. Ben White was like, it's not gonna work. David Raya is short, horrendous, makes mistake, terrible, right? Zinchenko, whatever. I think Zinchenko is good, right? Martinelli was no one, right? I don't think Zinchenko is that bad, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Zinchenko, for the reason you bought Zinchenko, he actually performed, right? Now the problem is the pressures are. So, Will, I get your point. The facts are they don't have that. But also we have to put the facts together as Mikel Arteta, when he took over Arsenal, and even today, is nowhere near the career of Jurgen Klopp, who did wonders with
That's
Mainz,
exactly my point.
Borussia
So
Dortmund.
why are we saying
But none of them have said
Arteta's
he's
done
better than
something
Klopp.
so great that no other manager has done, that he's
No
equal
one,
to?
no one said that.
No, that's literally what he said. He said they're going up against the greatest manager of all time. Well, you haven't even pushed him as hard as Jurgen Klopp did.
So you don't think that last season when City had to win the last game, you don't
That's
think
because
that's pushing
No,
this
it
guy
wasn't
a
even
lot?
as good as the season before that.
He was
When
listen,
Liverpool went to the
I'm telling you,
final
last
day in the
season,
last
Pep was
last
just
minutes of the
experiment.
last game of the season
Yeah,
and had
but
92
that's
points to
City's
93
fault.
points.
That is City's fault. Last season, Man City had to win the last game as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Yeah,
that
because they had a blip in the beginning of the season where they lost 3 games back to back.
But Arsenal had a play for 6 games in the middle of the season as well.
They didn't lose 3 games back to back.
Arsenal
No,
I think
we
Arsenal.
lost and drew like 2 back-to-back, I think it was.
Yeah, it's still not 3.
Yeah, no.
So you guys don't think Arteta deserves the contract? That is what everyone here is saying.
No, he can get a contract.
Not
Sure,
yet.
he's-
No,
what,
he can,
he's-
bro. He can take it. That's fine. Like, give him an extra free one.
Hey, stop trolling you, bro.
I'm not.
You need to chill. Yeah, come on to you.
Bro,
Let's
I'm
just
actually.
not compare- let's just not compare this.
Let me
Can I
Arsenal
ask
team
anyone?
to-
Can I ask anyone a genuine question? Seriously, do you guys think there is a manager out there that will be able to get a better output from this particular squad now, apart from Pep? Like today, if let's imagine, let's put a hypothetical here.
Your manager, your manager.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Okay, you think if Arsenal fired Arteta tomorrow, or before the season started, and you give this particular squad to another manager, that manager will get a better output from these players than Arteta.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Why?
Bro, if you give this team Simeone, they can. Bro, I'll be scared.
Simeone,
yeah, you're a manager, bro. Or if they give it to
Simone Inzaghi. You mean Inzaghi? Okay.
Inzaghi. Listen,
Simeone, I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Inzaghi.
You think Inzaghi's ready now? Just based off what he's done in Italy to come to the Prem, and you think he will win the Prem?
Bro, listen, them Italians, they know how to get it over the line.
What do you? Yes, Jay. By the way, actually, a lot of coaches that came from Italy won the Premier League.
Yes, but I'm saying he's just started.
That's a lot of them.
No, but I'm saying he's just started. I'm saying you think he's ready to like come.
Actually, Simone has not just started.
No, Inzaghi. He's talking about Inzaghi.
Has not just started.
Yeah, I got mixed up. Not the guy at Madrid.
No. He's talking about Inzaghi. He actually coached Lazio a lot, by the way. He actually did.
About. As a manager, how long has he been a manager?
About like 8 years or something. 7, 8 years.
And
by the way, he did with Lazio. He did with Lazio exactly what Arteta did with Arsenal. By the way, he actually got Lazio to challenge for the league. Actually, by the way.
Yeah, but
that's a different story.
Yeah,
yeah. I actually disagree with what Ahmed is saying. The reason why, because I think apart from Pep Guardiola, a lot of managers will need time, and I don't think they will beat Pep as well. I don't think they will.
Hansi Flick.
You think Hansi Flick will beat Pep Guardiola with this Arsenal?
You're taking a piss.
100%. Hansi Flick.
Hansi Flick's a brilliant manager. Don't get it twisted, but he's also going to need time.
Huh? He doesn't need time at Barcelona. He's cooking straight away at Barcelona. You don't need time with Flick. He's doing it straight away. He's cooking already. You don't need time.
Have you seen their players?
Yeah, I'll wait till the end of the season on Flick.
I've seen their players, bro.
Yeah, they've got brilliant technical players. So of course,
this Barcelona team, this Barcelona team don't have the players like it used to.
Yeah,
they're all young, by the way. Their bench is literally filled with
anyway.
And it's still way better than the rest of the La Liga, obviously.
Let's see what he does in the Champions League. Let's see when he comes against competition that he should be beating. Let's see what he does.
See that expectation you have for Barcelona, have it for your own club. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. That's what I want.
I think this whole conversation is boring. The Arsenal fans want to keep pandemic Pep.
Right now.
See what? No, but that's what I'm.
With a manager that everyone calls a novice that doesn't know how to do.
Arteta, not Arteta. Flipping Flick here, like bro, the guy's won what? I don't know what he's won at Bayern Munich. He's won bare trophies at Bayern Munich, yeah? Now he's taking a Barcelona team.
Bayern Munich is fucking easy. They do that every year anyway.
No, they don't. Tuchel didn't win the league. What are you talking about?
He technically did on the last day. He did.
No, he didn't win. No, but Alonso beat him to it.
Hold on. I want to hear that question.
Yeah, a better question for the Arsenal fans is all I've heard Arsenal fans say this entire season and the end of last season is that if you guys don't win something this season, Arteta's got to go. So what happens if you don't win anything this season and now he's extended his contract and he ain't going nowhere? Where's the fan base going to be after that?
For me, it's more of like, I back Arteta right now. Like if someone was to talk on my manager, I'm going to kind of back him. But if we don't win a major this year, that's when if anyone says Arteta out, or I'm cool with it because
that's
now,
fine.
Yeah, I just feel like this is his last year for me to win a major.
Why? Can I ask you something, Jay? Why this is last year, not last year?
Because last year it was just like it was close, innit? Another thing, if we go,
hold on, don't deflect.
Hold on.
Why is it this year, not last year?
I don't know.
You know, I'm playing devil's advocate here. You know what I mean? Because what if it's very close this season as well? What happens? Why this year? Why not next year?
But that's what I was just about to say. If we lose like on goal difference or a point again, I'm like, I don't know. I might back him. Because you're right there. But
we're getting there.
If we go out in the Champions League like quarters, and then we finished the league like 5-6 points off. Yeah, you got to go for me. Like I'm no longer backing you. That's it.
Then I agree with that.
What are you, Souls?
All right,
with this?
so here let me switch my
Can
question.
I
a
hear
little bit.
Souls' opinion, and then
Yeah.
while you respond, just let me Souls' opinion.
No, because Arteta's not the problem at the club. There's bigger problems at the club right now, and that's
here we
Edu.
go.
Like what?
Edu.
Like what?
All right, can I finish?
Guys, let him finish. Guys, let him finish.
Like I said, if I'm looking at the whole situation, right, what's the one thing that we all complain about? The transfer windows constantly. We're saying we haven't maximized it. We're saying that constantly we're not bringing the players in, but we have been linked to them. This bozo Edu, right, has sat on the phone for 2 weeks with Vlahovic. Can I finish? Or like, if you're going to interrupt, I'll stop talking, and you won't hear my answer again, right? So what I'm saying is, this guy sat on the phone for 2 weeks, getting blanked by an agent, right, and still decided to proceed to try and sign a player. For me, that's incompetency. If you're then going to sit there constantly going to these players, right, spending weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks, right, trying to convince them to join, then you are the problem, because Arteta lays out who he wants to get or what position he wants to do. Edu, Richard, and Josh, or whoever the ownership have put in place, have to go and get them done. Arteta doesn't get the signings done. He can only recommend them and speak to the player, and then from there, the deal has to be done by Edu. And constantly, he's let us down. So for me, when we can get, whether it's, look, Edu can stay and someone can come alongside him to get these bigger deals done, where they require a bit more negotiation, where they require a bit more of a steel heart and a cold heart to get them done. You know, we know there's some clubs that are harder to negotiate with. Edu doesn't like doing them. Edu doesn't deal with certain clubs because he finds it hard to negotiate. And that's the problem I have right now. If Arteta was constantly getting, let's say, for example, his plan A is constantly, or even let's say at a 90% success rate, we've seen it. He didn't get Vlahovic, he didn't get Mudryk, he didn't get, Jorginho when he wanted him. There's a list of players. Benjamin Sesko this season, Nico Williams, the list goes on, and he's having to pivot constantly with his signings. When he can have an adequate board who have also got experience and the know-how to get it done, that's when I can sit there and go, do you know what, Arteta, you're the one that's not getting this done. He is bleeding the club dry and these players dry of everything they have to compete and to try and do what he can do. But the reality of the matter is the board have let him down.
But if the board's let him down, then why am I hearing on this show, The Terrace, and every other show that I watch that Arsenal won the transfer window? That your guys is the guy that starts with a C that's a ninja, Marino, Declan Rice, like all of these signings. Like you guys had the best summer transfer window of any club in the top 6. So why is Edu doing a bad job if he's literally doing better than City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester United?
I don't know where you're hearing this, because all I hear our fan base is
on this show. I do this show every week on the Football Terrace. There's like whole streams titled "Arsenal Best Transfer Window of the Summer."
Yeah, but Terry does that. He's been famous for doing that. That's just his titling. I can pick.
So it's not true, is what you're saying. You guys didn't have the best transfer window out of the top 6.
What, this summer?
Yeah, this summer.
We had. If you think we have the best, okay, fair play to you.
Who had a better transfer window in the top 6 than Arsenal?
We definitely did not have a best. We did not maximize it at all.
Okay, so who had better then?
I'll have to go through looking through every single transfer. I've not looked at every. I don't care for other clubs. I care for what my club does. For me, I'm not even rating it above a 5. For me, it's a 3 or a 4.
A 4. What else? What would have made it a 5 or a 6 for you then?
Because we needed an actual bona fide attacker, not a goal scorer. It doesn't have to be a striker, but we needed a bona fide attacker who comes in and sends fear through. Now, I'm not saying it has to be Nico Williams. I'm not saying even a Benjamin Sesko level striker, someone who's, or even a what's his name, Yokores, or however you say it, someone like that. We needed something that changes the dynamics of this attack slightly. And that's something that we didn't do. We didn't address the attacking area of the pitch. Yes, Calafiori, I'm happy with that. Marino, I'm happy with that. And Sterling, I'd say, makes sense. But for me, we didn't do enough. Like, why have we got rid of both our number 10s and not replaced them? And now Martin Odegaard's injured. We're now having to go to a 17-year-old and say, look, you're going to have to come in and play this. Or we're going to have to drop Havertz into a position that we don't really rate him. He's been brilliant at number 9. He's been doing his job. Whether you rate it or not, he's done a good job. Now we're going to have to drop him in a position where we're not quite happy with him because of injuries. And that's the problem I've got right now.
Yeah, but is that Edu's fault or is that Arteta's fault? Because No, because obviously he got him Jesus. He tried him in the number 9, didn't work out. He got him Kai Havertz here. That's technically his guy.
No,
still.
but they're not the players I've got a problem with.
No,
Did
no.
I-
But what
did
I'm
I
saying
say
is,
they're a problem?
I understand you want a striker, yeah, and yes, you guys need a striker. But
No,
what if
no, no,
Arteta's
no. I said an
what if
attacker.
Arteta's looking at
I'm
it?
not a striker. I don't care for a striker. For me,
Well-
an attacker of some form had to come in.
Yeah, but you got Sterling though, like
Yeah.
you got, bro. I don't rate him in it, but like I said, he.
But okay, that's on a loan, on a convenience. He's a 30-year-old player who we don't know. Look, I rate
Hey,
Sterling. and I
don't
think
do
he'll be a
that.
good- No.
He's
listen, listen.
28 years
Innit?
old.
You're
Alright,
like,
he's
chill out.
28.
Oi, and I
Alright,
watched that.
look, He's
I
a,
watched
he's a good, but he's a player that is a little bit unknown. I rate the player. I'm not against the signing. All I'm saying is,
You know, Sesko would be a
could've done
bench
better.
player for you lot, though. Even if you got
Yeah.
Sesko, he'd be a bench player because Arteta
knows
likes
100%.
Havertz, and that's his guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's
100%.
bagging.
But I want to actually
Jay,
add.
this is
I
the
want
guy.
to stop. I want to stop this conversation and just say something before we go to the North London Derby.
Yeah.
Souls and Jay, you guys are actually making it like everything has to fall in line for you to win things, but that's not how football works. Pep Guardiola wanted Paqueta and he didn't get Paqueta.
Wait.
Pep Guardiola got Doku. Hold on, let me finish.
I didn't say
That is
that.
what you said.
He just said that.
You should
I
have
didn't
said
say
that as
What are you
well.
talking about?
Wait,
That
this is
wasn't
devil's
me.
advocate
Well,
again.
sorry, who
This is
said
devil's
what?
Hold
advocate.
on. Didn't Jay just said that because last season it was not the season and it was close and it was this season? Didn't you say that was the reason?
But you're saying now, I'm saying, if we got this signing and that's what he's saying. I'm not talking about no signings. I'm just saying in whole, it was unlucky, but this season we go again. And if it's the same, I want out.
Okay,
He's
Souls,
talking
then.
about the signings.
Yeah, it was.
I would never
Souls.
said,
So hold on. So going to Souls then. Souls.
yeah.
Why does it have to fall? Everything has to fall. Isn't he the one who signed Havertz? Isn't Arteta
No,
and the
no.
team,
You
by the way,
missed-
isn't Arteta and the team the people that renewed Nketiah's contract and renewed Reece Nelson's contract and spent 110 million on Declan Rice, who has been very successful? Don't get me wrong, Declan Rice has been a successful signing, but there is the devil's advocate. He
Why
was
are you shaking your head? That's my captain. Why are you shaking your head, bro?
But hold on, let me just finish.
You don't understand this
Guys,
guy's
can I finish the
basketball.
point? You guys don't get the point. But it can be so. The other argument, the other side of the argument can be said. Well, you could have signed a player for 50 million, like an Onana from Everton, and spend the other 50 on another player instead of blowing out the budget on one player. Which is the same thing we said to Chelsea, by the way, when they spent that much money on Enzo. Because we said, well, you needed a striker, but you basically just spent the money on Lavia and Caicedo when you didn't need both at that time. So that is the argument, Souls. Not everything has to fall in line for me to judge my manager, for example, and any manager. Like if Anthony didn't work for Erik ten Hag, we're still judging him by signing Anthony, Casemiro. If it's Arteta, for example, he is the one who signed like Havertz, Zinchenko, Jesus, Declan Rice. You know what I mean? But I get it. If you talk about the money, like my point about this is that this notion that everything has to fall in line for it to work. Well, next season, what if it's Man City strengthening even more? So, okay, and then you're not up to that. What happens then? Oh, we have to wait again until we are equal to them.
That's
and then
why,
it keeps
that's
on
why, that's why
and
I
on
think you
and
missed
on.
my overarching point. That's why I said we need
Yeah,
a board that's
maybe you
competent.
need better explaining. Go ahead.
Okay, so I said my overarching point was that's why we need a more competent board who can get the bigger signings in the door. And that's what I'm trying to say, because a lot of the problems that we have with the players that we want to bring in, or the bona fide players that we want to bring in, because that's the step we're in now. We're not in the step of like we need project players and we need because we've done that. We've developed the players that we need to develop. Now we need bona fide quality in this team. And the problem that we have is Edu hasn't been able to do that. Every time that we try and go for a bona fide star who's in demand, we're the ones who get laughed at. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I want to get someone in or next to Edu who can get into these clubs and get those bigger deals done. And that's what I'm asking for. I'm not saying every single player has to be that. All I'm asking for is that at least one or two of them come through the door. At the moment, we're struggling to do that.
Can I speak for some of the Arsenal fans? Can I speak? And before we do, guys, how do we have like over 500 people here? Luke Skywalker, Thank you so much for the super chat. Can we get the likes up, guys, please? Can we get to 400 likes on this show?
Hit the likes up for the people that said that Manchester City had a better window than Arsenal this summer. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Some
that's
20-year-old
crazy.
guy from League 2 in France, and then you have freaking a 33-year-old Gundogan who's basically about ready. You know, he's going to be a grandpa soon. I mean, come on now.
Let me just continue. The point I'm making is very simple, right? Arsenal now should have the team to compete with Manchester City. Are they going to compete with Manchester City? Probably.
Yes.
That we've seen it last season, right? We've seen that last season. And also, I'm going to speak for some of the Arsenal fan base. It's not you guys, but these are some of the people that comment on my show, and I see them here. And I go on the football terrace, I go on Don HUSAM, and I come to Footy JUDGEMO. This is it. Nico Williams is not better than Martinelli. Osimhen is not better than Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is the better striker there. I'm being genuinely serious. I'm serious.
I know, I've seen it. I've seen this.
We don't need Victor Osimhen. By the way, Ivan Toney, I don't want the attitude at my club. I'm giving you examples of what has been said, okay? I don't want that attitude at my club. Dominic Solanke. Bro, the guy had one good season. Why would I bring him at my club? Oh, the only guy I want is Alexander Isak. Well, he's not for sale. So we should just shut down the league until Arsenal get Alexander Isak and then just wait for him. What if he doesn't leave? I'm being serious, guys. This is the thing that I've heard, not from you, Souls, not from Jay, and maybe not from some people, but you guys get my point. I don't want this guy. I don't want that guy. No. I only need the perfect signing. Okay, the perfect signing doesn't exist. I've heard that Nick Williams is not even better than the ones you have.
Yeah, I don't listen to Premier League fans and outside leagues. Like 99% of them don't even watch leagues outside of the Premier League. So, like, for those who are saying like Nico Williams isn't better than Mark, fuck off. I'm not listening to your opinion. Your opinion's irrelevant to me. How foolish can you be? Like, I get the sentiment and I get the defending of your own players, but like there are honest conversations. Like, even if like people talking about Savina, like he wasn't a baller last season. This is why I don't take a lot of Premier League fans, and I'm going to say this, right? And I'm making a general statement because it's true. And even if you talk to the honest ones, they will tell you as well, we actually don't watch football outside of the Premier League. Now, when you talk to other people like myself, I watch La Liga probably more than I watch the Premier League, and I have more information on La Liga than I do about the Prem. And that's just naturally how I've always been. So that's part of the problem, is that when you take opinions from, especially Arsenal fans, they're religious to their own players, and they don't like to see improvements or challenges. Like, people don't even want to see a replacement for Bukayo Saka. As soon as you suggest a player that can be better than Saka, they go into a frenzy. Why are we going to sign them? Why are we even going to try? He's not going to come as a backup to Saka. He's not even going to do this. It's like, who cares? If he takes over for Saka, cool. Because what do we want? We want the best players at the club who are going to represent and do the best. If Saka isn't that player, then he's not that player. He was never going to be that player. And if Martinelli, for example, doesn't rise to the occasion when a Nico Williams or whoever else we want to put into that equation, now let's look at it. Raheem Sterling's in the door. If Martinelli doesn't buckle up his ideas and become a better player, then I don't care. You weren't ever going to be a success at this club. And that's the mentality I'm now in. When that project was happening, when those like, oh, let's build these players, that's done now. I can't feel sentiment. We've given you time. We've given you enough resources. We've got a coach who has been coaching and developing players. If you can't keep up with that tide, then unfortunately you're going to get left behind, like the Reece Nelsons, the Eddie Nketiahs, even in the Emil Smith-Rowe, who came in highly rated from the academy, and you've got to be sold. And that's just, for me, the way it is.
Okay, I like that. I like
so hold on.
Well said.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that, but so you're saying, oh, if you ain't getting with the times, you got to go. So why are you giving Arteta so much time?
Because he's competing. He's doing what I require of him.
Fair enough. Everyone is, yeah. Fair enough.
I think though, even Souls will admit, if he doesn't win some of the next couple of years, he's probably got to go, right, Souls?
This is a contract extension if he doesn't win. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. No more contract. No contract extension after this if he doesn't win.
Are you hitting yourself?
Well, what did I say? That's crazy. It's 3 years.
You said last contract. That means this is his fifth full year or fourth, guys?
Yeah. Fifth.
Full year.
Full. I think it will be.
He
This will
came,
be.
no.
in
This
the
is
18-19 season.
Yes. He came
Fifth.
8th. Okay, so 5th. Okay, 8th. So 8th,
Fifth.
5th, second is 5th.
Yeah.
So that means So you're saying that he might stay 8 years without winning the Prem with the Champions League, and you're okay with it.
Anymore? Are we not allowed to terminate contracts? Is that not a thing anymore?
Oh, okay. So you're with.
Oh,
I
okay,
just wanted
okay.
to make sure.
I'm saying
Okay.
If he wins a major trophy,
I'm
then
a good
cool.
choice.
Like, he can get another one if that's what we deem to be acceptable.
Okay.
But obviously, I'm not saying, look, after this contract extension, I feel like in his second to third, so like maybe next season and the following season, I can't apply context. Because at that point, I need you to win something. Whether that's a league double, whether that's, a Champions League, well, hopefully it's a Champions League at some point. But it has to be something. If he doesn't win anything, he has to go.
Yeah. D Brown, the Daily Arsenal Inquisition is getting tired. It is not. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm talking about Arsenal today on the show. The big news this morning, I wake up and the big news this morning is Arsenal signed a new contract with Mikel Arteta for 3 years. Yesterday, it was Chelsea, Iqbali, and Todd Bowley, so we didn't speak a lot about Arsenal. It goes in cycles. It's not the Arsenal daily questioning. It is not.
You know what the problem is, Mo?
Wallahi, it is not. I did a show with Dan. Hold on. I did a show with Dan, and I think, if I can remember correctly, I can't remember who, but it was all Chelsea. Was Winter Surfer? Was it you, Winter Surfer? No. Yes, you and Dan. I can't remember. But it was all Chelsea content. I did a show with Mina. We spoke about Manchester United.
Did a show with Don this morning, didn't you? Did a show with
Don was this morning, mostly Chelsea. We spoke a lot about Bukayo Saka, and he doesn't like.
That's Don, though, isn't it?
No, but what I'm saying is, is that obviously you two Arsenal fans are fine in it, but this Arsenal fans in general here, this isn't me trolling. No, but listen, why is this guy laughing?
Go on,
I'm probably going to agree as well with
Listen. Whenever you talk about Arsenal, in general, even if you have no agenda, the fan base is so sensitive that they take it as they're very defensive. Oh, why are you talking about my club? Why are you talking about Saka like that? Nah, shut up. Even if you give a good answer or a good debate, they take it the wrong way. They're the most insecure defensive fan base I've ever witnessed in my life, by the way. I'm not saying, by the way,
I don't co-sign on this. I actually think the most insecure fan base is actually Manchester United fan base.
I knew you were going to say that. Listen, I knew you were going to say
that.
I knew he was going to say
We're big Man United.
No, Tottenham are number one.
Anyway.
We can't be shit with the biggest club in the world.
Listen.
I know people don't like to be a Tottenham fan because you get shit on every single day. Come on now.
But you're deluded that you feel like you're gonna do something. That's my point.
100%.
No, but I want to. Okay, so great segue. I actually went on Al Ahwa yesterday, guys. Great segue to the actually North London derby. Let's talk football now. I went, and Ahmed, you and me were on the show yesterday, and you kind of didn't like what I said. I said that Arsenal should not go to this game, logically speaking, without Moreno, without Odegaard, without Declan Rice, to the Spurs ground and be favourites, especially if Spurs are getting Solanke back, Madison is back, Van de Ven is back. That is the news. And people have said, no, Arsenal should be favourites. I'm like, so based on what? In my opinion, I said that people just want to banter Arsenal if they lose the game. But logically speaking, if you're looking at the two teams, how is Arsenal going to Spurs now with these absentees and be favourites? Can someone... Will, let me start with Will. Do you think Arsenal coming to your ground, forget the phase 5 and all this bullshit, on the ground, without Odegaard, without Declan Rice, should they be favourites at your ground?
Well, I mean, I haven't been watching football for, 50, 60 plus years, but I've been watching it a long time. And Arsenal are never favorites at our ground in a North London derby. Doesn't matter who's on top or who's... There were times when they finished above us for 12 for 13, 15, 16 years in a row, and they still wouldn't come to our ground. Much better squad, much better manager, and win consistently at our ground. It's a North London derby. Form goes out the window. It's a brawl. Arsenal's never favorites at our ground in a North London derby ever. No, they shouldn't be. Right.
So why are people having the Ahmed? Tell them what you said yesterday on El Ahwa. Tell the people what you said.
Listen, Arsenal are favourites for that game against Tottenham, yeah. And the reason why, even if they have people that are out, they should still be favourites because, bro, they're way more ahead as a team. The way they play, they've got better players than Tottenham, arguably better coach as well. Everything about Tottenham, they're more stable. They know what they're doing. They've challenged. Tottenham haven't challenged, and they've not. And Ange hasn't really got the backing the way how Arteta has got. All the advantages are to Arsenal. So even if you miss 1 to 2 players, regardless, they should still be the favourites, yeah. And that's not me trolling them or me saying, or even if they lose, so I can banter them. Do you get what I'm saying? If Tottenham were a better team, I would be saying it they're a better team, but they're not. Yeah, they've still got their issues. But with Arsenal, what they've shown in the last few years, that they are a better team. I'm pretty sure they've beaten them last season as well, at their ground as well.
Yeah,
they're not beating them 3-2 at their ground.
Yeah, we beat them last season.
So exactly. So the sample size is a lot bigger, and there's more evidence.
But
Go
this
on.
is silly reasoning for why a club should be considered favorites going into it. Manchester City has been a far better team than us for 6 years, and how many times have they won at our ground? Right? You have to look at the teams, the fixtures, the history of the results, how two teams face up against each other, right? Like if Manchester City comes to our ground and wins, that's an accomplishment for them. It doesn't mean that they're a worse team than us. It's just because for whatever reason, Pep Guardiola struggles at our ground against our group of players. And it's the same thing from this is a North London derby, man. Like you get the derby effect in this, the emotions, all that stuff. It's the same thing. Like we have this jinx to Chelsea. We can't win at the Bridge. Like I would never put us as favorites going to the Bridge and saying, look, we're gonna turn them upside down. I mean, that happened like once under Pochettino that we beat them at the Bridge.
Yeah, once in 34 years of all comps. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, it's these things are real in football, right? So whether we want to say that they are or not, look, if Arsenal comes, especially, they should not just come over and roll us over, especially with these injuries, dude. Especially with these injuries.
Yeah, that's what I think. Honestly, this is the first Tottenham derby, whatever I've gone into, and I'm like, I'm under, like, for me, it's the spine of the team. The guy that creates all our chances and the guy that literally stops all the chances happening. So for me, it's still a derby, innit? And all this talk about when people say, and Wari's too young and da-da-da, I feel like these are the games that this makes a start, like it makes a player. Like, I don't think if you're in the team, you're not too young. For me, if you're on that bench or in the team, you should be able, when you're called upon, you should be able to do your job. So for me, I say we start him. I say we start in Wari.
He looks like a good player as well, I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's got something about him. He's definitely got something about him.
That's actually crazy, actually. That's crazy.
Where I'm sitting right now,
actually saying your favorites and to start 18 years old. Crazy.
If Arsenal come to our ground with the players that they have available to play and they even get a point, I would say it's a good result for them.
That's a bad result, but okay.
Yeah, okay, hold on. That is a bad result. I understand your point, but on the ground, you don't think it's a good result?
No, we should be going for the 3. And even at the Etihad,
I'm not going to go for it. Of course, you're going to go for it.
The injuries
but
are
I'm
the
not
injuries.
saying do you really honestly think that with the injuries you have, you're going to come to our ground and roll us over?
Who are the injuries barring Odegaard? Can someone fill me in? Odegaard and who
Rice.
Obviously, Rice is
Rice the player of the season last season.
No.
Yeah, Wait, Ahmed. I lied to you, bro. Don't do this.
No, I'm saying who are the injuries?
Rice is suspended. He's not injured.
Calafari.
Yeah. Right? So Rice is suspended. That's his own fault. Right? Odegaard's injured and Moreno's injured. They're the only 2. But
Moreno's been injured way before.
I thought Calafari was injured.
So technically one player is injured. Technically.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Look, I've said
no out though, but there's 2 out.
Yeah, but I don't care for that. That's our own fault for not planning properly and not bringing the players in. That's our own fault for doing that. If you wanted to sit there and trust a 17-year-old to be the understudy of Odegaard, now rise to the occasion. Show us that you're the coach, you're the man right? And this is the club that you want to back. You signed a contract, by the way,
Cal
so
Far's
you're
injured too.
happy. You're now happy with what the board have done. You're happy with your current situation. So now prove it, because I can sit here and I can back you till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to come here and prove to us why you got rid of ESL, why you got rid of Fabio Vieira, why you got rid of Reece Nelson, by the way, none of these players I'm saying are brilliant or they would have changed the tide of this game. But the point being is that when you get rid of all these players and don't replace them, then truly you're putting the expectation that this 17-year-old is ready. So now it's time to prove that to us, that Martinelli's ready, Saka's ready, Havertz is ready. We're still going to go into this game wanting the 3 points, whether you want to sit there in your favourites or you're not. We're a title-challenging team. We're going to every single game. I don't even care. Even the Etihad game with these injuries and suspension, I want to go there with the expectation and the favourites to be us. I want that pressure. Bring it on, because that's what we need to be doing. We want to win the
That's a good
title.
mindset.
These are
That's
the
a
games
good
we want to win.
mindset. I agree with that. That's
Every team goes to play and win. I'm a Tottenham fan, and every game that I go
Come
against,
on,
I
your club
expect us
doesn't
to
do
win.
that, man. Come on.
I was just about to say, don't do that. Come on. Yeah.
Actually,
Like,
that's bullshit. Actually, because
What's bullshit?
Postecoglou plays every single game with a mindset to win the game. So
Oh,
just
that is bullshit.
Because you
Yes,
play
last
every.
year you didn't want to win that. Let's be real. You didn't go into that game winning.
Hold on.
What are you
What are you
talking
gonna say, Jay? Hold on, guys. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, just because you go into the game to win, I'm sure every manager goes into the game to win. Like,
Not true,
What-
though. That's absolutely
on.
not true.
yeah, but
No, a lot of teams.
No,
Ten Hag
drop
doesn't
back
count, by the
Absolutely
way.
not.
to draw
Ten
and
Hag
suffocate and
he goes into
sign. We don't do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Every
We are on the
manager
front
goes
foot in every
into
game we
win.
play. We don't sit
Pardon?
back, park the bus, and just hope to pray out for a draw.
Every
We don't do
manager
that.
can go into a game of wanting to win, but I'm talking the fan base here. I'm talking like
Yeah,
what
me.
we're going to do.
Expect,
As
I have never predicted a Spurs loss.
No, that's
In the
fine.
4
No,
years
that's
I've been
what
on
I'm saying.
YouTube, I've
Like,
never said
but there
Tottenham's
are
going to lose a
fans
game.
who are accepting a draw, which is what I'm trying to get at. Is that the mentality, even from the fan? Because look, football and fans, right, do play a part. As much as we sit here and go, we're not the ones on the pitch. No, our energy does transmit. Social media is a powerful tool, and these guys are clearly on it. Whether they've got media teams or not, they are seeing what's being said, and that does transpire to them. If we're sitting here with the confidence and the chest, look at Man City, regardless of the adversity they go through, their fans are never nervous. They never sit there and go, oh, because Rodri's not played, Foden hasn't played, KDB's injured, that our season's over. They will never say that. They go, Pep will find a way. And that's the mentality I need to see.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Arteta will find a way, regardless of the adversity, to beat City and Spurs. That's
Can
what
I ask you something then?
I think you
Okay,
got
hold on, Will. So that's the mindset.
Yes.
Now I want your predictions. Are you expecting that to happen, or you're hoping that will happen?
I mean, it's always a hope, though, isn't it? Like, I can't predict the future. I can't say 100% this is going to happen.
No. What I mean, what is most likely to happen? Arteta finding a way to beat Spurs away, or you're expecting to go to the game and you're expecting to be on the back foot?
I mean, you can still win on the back foot. That's
Okay.
If that's the method you want to win. If you want to sit there and go, do you know what? They're a highline team that's going to press us. Let's absorb the pressure and hit them on the counter. That's a solution to the problem that you've got. You know, if that's Ethan Nwaneri, if that's Jorginho Partey, at this point, I don't really care, because this is clearly the squad you trusted, because you got rid of all the rot now. So you've got to find a solution from this squad. Because in reality, look, Rice and a suspension, I will never in my life say a suspension's your own fault because you were being stupid. And this was a stupid red card. So you've just got to find a solution. You've decided that you wanted to thin out the squad. And my prediction, if you want it, is 2-0.
To Arsenal?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Who's going to bag?
Sterling and Havertz is my opinion.
Ooh.
Come on, Will.
You know, listen, man. I like this. You know what, man? I like this
Go
mentality.
ahead. Welcome.
Listen, I like this. Listen, I like this mentality because Mo. Yesterday, when I was saying, listen, Arteta's got to find a way. If he's got the skills to pay the bills, he should be able to find a way to beat Tottenham with the players he's got.
Good Lord.
You know what I mean? He's got to be doing it, man. He's got to be doing it. So listen, if he's able to do it, let's see if he can do it. And that's what I'm gonna say. Big up, man.
Will, bro, you're going to take that, by the way. You have to back your team, man. Come on.
I think it's like the definition of Delulu. If you go up in the Gen Z dictionary and you look up Delulu, it's Arsenal beat us 2-0 with the injuries that they got. That's what I think.
All I'm saying, I just don't want. Listen, whoever wins, is going to be funny. But all I'm saying is that I don't want Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, we had injuries." You're going into the game to win. If you win, you win. Congratulations, it's a good performance, and vice versa. In it, like I just don't like people with like.
Can I leverage your expectations, right? Arsenal fans are going to say that because they blame everything but the club. They blame everything.
No, you guys have sense. I understand that. I understand you guys.
No, hold on. Don't say you guys because I'm about to say. Listen, that's got to be part of the excuse as well. It's two vital players there.
Hey, no one was giving us. Listen, no one was giving other teams excuses when they had more injuries than you guys. So listen, it's not. By this token, we shouldn't be giving excuses.
Chelsea have 600 players, all right? You guys don't get.
Listen, no, I'm just saying in general. Not even think you Chelsea. Like other teams had way more injuries than you guys.
I'm joking, by the way. Yeah,
bro, no, it's okay, bro. But like, you get the point I'm trying to make, right? We weren't giving these excuses for other teams, so therefore we shouldn't give it the same excuse to you guys who are trying to win the league.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I've got to find an excuse in my head, otherwise I'm just going to be.
It's a coping mechanism. That's just a coping mechanism. That's understandable. It's a security. It's a mental security blanket. I understand.
Yeah, I've got to find something to blame, innit?
We had Rice and Odegaard. We would have won.
I'm telling you, I said that yesterday. I think this is what is happening, right? A lot of people looking at Arsenal and say, you have to win the league. You must win the league. So you must go to the Spurs game and get a win away from home. But I think the expectation for Arsenal not to win away at Spurs. Otherwise, Arsenal should win every single game this season, bar Man City and Liverpool away. I said that yesterday. Is that the notion that we're setting? Should that be the notion in this league? Should the Premier League be that easy for Arsenal and Manchester City to win every single game, home and away, bar Arsenal playing City away and Liverpool away?
Well,
should that be the case?
That's the situation. Look, we lost 3 games last season, and that cost us the league.
What?
Unfortunately, you got to lessen that. Yeah, we lost 3 games.
Their away record last 2 seasons, Arsenal's away record is phenomenal.
Yeah, we had the best against the top 6 as well.
Phenomenal.
It was just the game. Yeah.
They can arguably the top in the league. Yes, you should expect them, but you should expect them to win most games. Obviously, I agree with Will when it comes to the fact that there are some grounds and some records that you cannot overlook, no matter how good your teams are. Chelsea have it. We've had the best teams, and we've lost at Newcastle. We've lost at Everton for no reason whatsoever that we've got a bad record. Like Will said, Spurs' record at Stamford Bridge is horrendous. It's 1 win in 34 years in all competitions. Under Conte, that's when they beat us. So some records do have to come into effect.
So Arsenal should get 108 points, and we should banter Arsenal every game they don't win. So
people should always look at the way Arsenal are performing and expect them to win. The overall fan. Now, when you look at it, who they're facing, like Spurs, they're not going to see that, and people are going to have to take into effect. It is a North London.
Andrew,
it is a no. There is a North London derby. No, what I'm saying is the subjective fan who does, is not looking into it will look at the basic stats of Arsenal of the last 2 seasons and go, they've won most away games, they should win. But when you're looking at the deeper, like we are here, it's derby rules. They go out the window. No matter how good your form is. We've seen it a couple of years ago when Arsenal went to Spurs. Rob Holding just had a nightmare and got sent off in the first half an hour or something like that. Spurs got the ball. It's
not about winning every single game. All I'm saying with Arsenal here is that the minute City slip up, that's when Arsenal fail to capitalise. The minute. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. They have an issue, look, Arsenal can win loads of games. They can play very good football, but the moment where they really need that win, like, okay, this is the time to do it now. You've been on a sick run. Do it now, keep doing it. That's when they fail. And that's why Man City have been winning this title over and over and over and over again, because they go on this freakish run, for ages. And that's why Rodri said what he said. And it's not a diss. It actually is a mentality thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, bro, there's nothing wrong with that. You're like, cool, Pep Guardiola, he's a winner. He's won everything, but it's a mental block. It's not a quality issue. It's not a lack of... I mean, for me personally, I still think that Arteta ain't that guy to take it over the line, but it's possible. Like, look how close you got. So, that's just my opinion, isn't it? So I don't know.
I think if we talk about Arsenal away record, I think it's only 3 games that come into effect when it comes to Arsenal's away record. and that's Man City away, Liverpool away, and this game coming up on Sunday that people might have a doubt about.
Yeah.
I think the rest, even Chelsea, because they're being
Chelsea away. So are we
No,
expecting
the last-
Arsenal to
are we-
drop
That's
it?
years,
Like,
yeah.
recent-
man,
away.
that's the bridge.
Our
Our
recent
recent
now.
record, hang on, our recent record against Arsenal is
Not good.
Yeah,
bad at home.
That's not good.
It is bad.
Particularly at home.
Okay.
Particularly at home, it's not great. It's not
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, the
but what I'm
bridges.
saying is, I think those 3 games are the only ones where you would even a die-hard Arsenal, I don't care whatever happened, would go. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Do you know what I mean? It's City away, Liverpool away, and the North London derby away. That's what it is. Every other ground, Arsenal should always be favourites to win. Always.
Nah,
I don't
for-
think
for me,
I don't
yeah.
see it this way at all. Like I don't see Arsenal going to Spurs away, especially with Odegaard and Rice out, and be favourites. If
No, that's what I'm
Arsenal
saying.
win,
No,
bro,
that's what
I
I'm
think it's
saying.
an achievement. If Arsenal walk away from the Spurs game with 3 points, it is an overachievement.
No.
I'm
I said,
sorry.
A huge result for them.
no. I said include the North London derby as the one where you would doubt whether Arsenal will pull out a win.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah.
That's one of them. That one, and going away to Anfield and going away to the Etihad. Those are the 3 games in the Arsenal away calendar that I don't care what type of Arsenal fan you are. I'm not gonna believe you when you say you're 100% gonna win there. I will never believe you on that. It's just not gonna happen. Going away to Old Trafford, going away to Chelsea, going away to Newcastle, yeah, no problem. But those 3 games in particular, no, not for me. Even a diehard Arsenal fan should not admit that they are 100% sure they're going to win, no matter injuries or not. We've seen the derbies rock up. Just ridiculous things happen. Red cards, penalties. It always happens in these type of games. And this one in
For all
particular,
the 12-year-olds in the chat, how many times did Arsenal beat us at our ground, even under Wenger?
There he is. Come on.
oh,
How many times?
Spurs on
My
the-
phone's out, man. The phone's out.
quite, was it?
I swear
Were they
you
quite
didn't.
perfect?
Yeah,
in
at
the early-
our
in
ground,
the
I
early
think
part?
you didn't. You didn't beat when Henri.
No,
Yeah, I
at our
swear.
ground.
Yeah, that's 20 years ago, my friend, man. We can't be using Henry anymore.
No, yeah, that's what we're talking. What
He
the
said
new
on the
ground?
Wenger. He said on the Wenger.
Under Wenger. He said under
Under
Wenger.
Wenger,
you
how many
Wenger on
times
it.
did you
I'm
guys
just
win
saying
North
that-
London
He said
Derby?
under
Wenger,
Wenger. You
Tottenham
guys-
away.
Come on.
Nice
You know what I mean?
sake.
2021, 2022, man. Like, go on, big man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
If
Just
Arsenal
because you have to
don't
watch
win
Premier
this
League
game,
years to catch up, Ahmed. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
listen,
Arsenal
I was
don't-
alive to
guys,
watch that
if
one. Sorry.
Arsenal don't win this game, they go to Man City away. What is
Yeah.
the talk? How will we see in this team?
They have to. It's mad.
You have to win.
It was
Can
a
you repeat that
desperation
question?
result.
I didn't hear you
Where,
properly.
where the Brighton result, for me, this is like a must win because you know City's gonna like. When do we just go City and pick up points like that? So for me, this is the must win game out of the 2, especially after Brighton. And if we lose this,
It puts
yeah,
more pressure on Brighton. It actually puts more pressure on the Man City game.
yeah,
It puts even
Pressure
further
on
pressure
what?
Arsenal. Yeah, man, it puts even more pressure on you to beat Man City at home. I don't know if it's at home or away, but like it actually puts.
It's
more
also-
pressure.
City's ground.
It's also
City's ground.
It's also desperation, isn't it? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, to stay in a title race. To stay in the title race before October. You know what I mean? It's like it's mad. You give
Guys,
City an
Manchester City play
8.
Brentford at home. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
they're
just-
gonna win. They should win.
logically speaking, Man City should win.
Yeah.
Liverpool play Forest at home. Logically speaking, they should win. The week after, Manchester City play Arsenal at home. Logically speaking, they should win. Even though last season Arsenal got a draw, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how this season goes. But logically speaking, and Liverpool next week play Brentford. So again, if Arsenal don't win this game,
I think they beat Brentford, didn't they?
we
already?
might be looking at 8 points gap between Arsenal
Bournemouth.
and both Liverpool and Manchester City after 5 weeks in the Premier League.
Exactly.
8 points.
8 points.
But for me, if it happens now, yeah, obviously I'm gonna be pissed. But in the same breath, where it's so early, I'm not like, oh, the season's done. I still think something could happen. Like, it's too early for me to be like, oh yeah, season's done. We're not gonna catch City. Because if you think like that, then it's done for you.
Don't you have also in November? Don't you on paper have tricky fixtures as well in November?
We got
as well.
1 month is crazy. I know that.
That's what I mean. So I think November you've got Newcastle, Liverpool, and Chelsea in November. I think,
And they got PSG as well, isn't it?
Next month. We've got
Is it
Liverpool
next,
on
or is it October?
Oh,
Sorry.
wow, they got Liverpool at
my.
home, Newcastle away, Inter away, Chelsea away. Back.
That's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
the fixtures are where I don't know if City have got or City Liverpool have
And-
got a cluster like that.
And Champions League is in the middle as well of all of them
Yo,
games.
yeah,
Champions
that
League
is
in the middle.
crazy. I can't lie to you, man. That is
So-
crazy.
But it's,
Someone in
it's
chat-
always Arsenal that get that.
Some of these
Someone in the chat needs to
fixtures,
look and see if Liverpool or Man City have got any cluster of fixtures like that. So I don't think they have.
Man
But
City
I'm going to
have as
tell you
well.
something about the Premier League nowadays. The clusters don't matter. When you go against City, you have to win. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're playing this, playing that. You have to win the games. We looked at the running last season, and the ones that didn't survive, the Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal basically won the majority of the. Arsenal lost one game, lost the league. It was over. That one game. Man City won every game, every single game.
Yeah.
Right? Cluster, not cluster of games. You have to win the game. No matter. Forget the Champions League. Champions League is much easier this season to qualify. So I don't think it matters as much. Not every game matters like last season. But Arsenal now, this game against Tottenham Hotspur, bro, I can't stress enough. This can be the end of the season, or can be the push that we can sit here and say Arsenal actually this season will go on to actually be even better than last season. Better than last season. If Arsenal lose this game, I think they are in trouble. Massively, actually. Big, big trouble. Arsenal have never, like in the Arteta's time, Arsenal didn't come from behind. People said that last season you were 8 points behind. I actually went and checked that. That was not true. That wasn't true at all. You're only 3 points behind or something like this. I think if you fall 8 points behind, I think pressure is on you massively, big time. That's why I think this game, it has to be Arsenal need to win this game. D. Brown here is saying City lost 3 games in 23-24 with Arsenal being 1. Maybe the problem isn't Arsenal. Maybe it's the rest of you lot. No? Probably. It is.
Also, probably didn't help when you drop points to West Ham, Fulham, and Aston Villa. So, probably didn't help for that as well.
Yeah, but maybe it is. Like, maybe it's the fact that Pep Guardiola wins the majority of his games in the league.
Yeah,
league.
That's true. We always know the second half of the season, they're just relentless. Arsenal basically matched them this second half of the season. That came apart from one result.
The thing is, like, City are like being relentless now in the beginning of the season, bro. That's the thing. That them people like, the train's already on the way.
Well, yeah, but they did that. They did that last season. Remember, they won the first 6. They won the first 6 opening, and then Rodri had a.
I'm sorry.
Suspension.
There is a super chat. Combined 11, Real Madrid. Which team from the panel? I don't know.
Real Madrid. Why are we talking about
that.
Real Madrid?
You mean
Combined 11, Real Madrid. That's a big. My man, that needs a whole show for me to say combined 11 Real Madrid. That is not done in 2-3 minutes, bro.
There's so many Real Madrid
even with
teams,
Arsenal, there's so many things to do, my friend. But I'm telling you this: from Real Madrid and Arsenal, maybe more Real Madrid players, if that is what you're aiming for.
Oh yeah, there's no. Don't have a conversation with Chelsea. It's all Real Madrid. So I'm not.
Yes, but Chelsea.
Sorry, Ahmed, but same with Man United as well. Same with Man United as well.
Probably Spurs as well.
No.
Yes, but I'm
which Spurs player? I'm curious.
Which Spurs player gets it?
Real Madrid?
Huh?
Which
Spurs player plays for Real Madrid? The one that they wanted to buy this summer.
Romero.
Oh, what? Romero? Wait,
Romero.
come on.
So you think Romero gets ahead of Rudiger and Militao?
Yep.
Okay. I hear you then. I'm not going to debate that now. But
did they make a bid? Did they make a bid?
Yeah.
They did?
Yep.
Yes, they inquired and Spurs said he's not for sale. Yeah.
So they inquired. They didn't make a bid then?
by the way, inquiry is exactly as a bid. When you go to the club and say, "Is he for sale?" That means okay. Are you willing to sell him?
Is he for sale? But then surely if they just put in a bid, it's Real Madrid,
Spurs
right?
said it is not for sale. We aren't selling the guy.
Yeah, but loads of people say players are not for sale when they go.
And you don't put the bid once. You don't put the bid. The player is not.
That's what
So
he's saying.
they-
He's saying that
they-
Real Madrid
hold on.
didn't make a bid. That's what he said.
Yeah, but Zubamendi weren't for sale. Liverpool still put a bid in.
No,
That's my point.
Zubamendi was not for sale, but Zubamendi had a release clause, so Liverpool could have negotiated apart from the willingness of Real Sociedad.
Yeah,
That has not. Okay. If I go to Arsenal tomorrow and say is Bukayo Saka for
The
sale,
fact that Real Madrid
no,
went in for
it
Romero
doesn't
this
matter
summer
what
is
I put. It will get
not
rejected.
a falsehood. It is 100% stone cold fact. Both clubs talked about it. The players talked about it.
By the way, it doesn't mean that he would have gone to Star. They maybe wanted him as backup.
Yeah, because Real Madrid.
So that's subjective. That is very subjective. Bro.
Yeah, they wanted
I
Euro.
swear
That is very subjective.
I swear Real Madrid wanted Jesus as well.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro as well.
Like, I don't think Romero would start over Rudiger.
They wanted Mudryk as well.
Yeah, for me personally, he'd be a good backup, but I don't know if he'd be a star though.
He's a good defender though, but I don't think he would start. Red Run Taranga, if Real Madrid wanted Romero, they would get him facts wrong again. Real Madrid wants a lot of players. Actually, Real Madrid don't pay a lot of money for players. People don't know that. After the Hazard failure, they stopped paying money for players. They're like, we aren't paying what you want for the players. We're waiting for the players.
Brazilian and Barcelona want them, then it's a feud. But yeah,
but that's different.
Chelsea.
Like even Lenioro, they didn't want to pay the money, bro. They didn't even offer him a decent wage for the kid.
No. Same thing they're doing about Alphonso Davies. So, same thing they're going to do with Trent. They're not going to pay for Trent. They're going to ask him to wait.
Manchester City wanted Harry Kane and they didn't get him either, did they?
Exactly. And they bid the money, by the way, and it didn't go through. They put 100+ million on the table. And
I don't think people realize this. No, I don't think people realize this with Daniel Levy. He's the equivalent to De Laurentiis at Napoli and the Lyon guy 10 years ago. One of the hardest negotiators in football. If you want one,
Romero doesn't have a choice. He's under a contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Taranga, I said really wanted Romero wouldn't reject. I don't think Romero would have rejected.
No, he wouldn't have rejected.
No, and in fact, he'll probably go there in 2 years when his contract's up.
But maybe they told bro.
Wait 2
Daniel
years.
Levy is so stubborn. It is you don't understand. Like, but Daniel Levy
I can see
against their will.
But they do need another defender. They do need another defender. Militao keeps getting injured.
Levy did. That's
Militao keeps getting injured.
They have Alaba. They have David Alaba as well.
Yeah, but he's injured.
They will get another. They will get another defender soon.
Oh, they will, but because those two keep getting injured. Militao and Alaba, they keep getting injured.
Yeah, Alaba's barely played for Real Madrid, bro. I'll be honest, bro.
He played the first season. No Spurs player rejects Real Madrid facts.
We're not talking. We haven't denied that.
Saying anybody rejects.
Hey, the difference between the player and Daniel Levy, bro. The player and Daniel Levy, bro. Daniel Levy's the guy that they got negotiated.
Saliba rejected Real Madrid. He said they can give me on FIFA.
Hey, we're Arsenal. It's different. They're not.
It's different. Don't put us in the same boat as Tottenham. That's disrespectful.
William Saliba.
Oh no,
that might happen, bro. That might happen, bro. That might happen, man.
And that's another thing, though. If we don't win it this season, how many of the players go? Yeah, we trust. Like it's more than just him.
Yeah. Like that's the decent show.
We can replace players, man. It's not.
Are we saying the project lives and dies by the season again? Are we saying the project?
No, I feel like we're gonna win something. I honestly feel like we're gonna win.
What is something?
We're winning something major.
Champions League made for us. Let's go. I don't even care. We're gonna win.
What is major?
I'm just saying a Prem or Champs. We're winning one of them.
This season,
we're winning one of them.
Come on,
why are you laughing, my guy?
Man. I know. Listen, don't worry, man. Listen.
What are you basing that on?
I just feel it. I just feel like we're gonna win it. It's one of them. I feel I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I just feel like it
No,
goes round in circles.
Get into it. I want to hear it. Get into it.
I just
Of
feel
all
like
the
it goes
answers,
round,
conspiracy.
and it's literally it's our turn to win. It's just written.
You've not had the.
We're not going to
I
win.
know you lost in 2006, but this is totally. You've
No,
not had the
no.
heartbreak. You've not had the heartbreak story yet. You've not had that. Do you know what I mean? You've not had with this team hasn't had that. Do you know what I mean? It needs to have that. Even Liverpool on the clock.
Last day not losing out to Champions League to Tottenham. That was a bit of a heartbreak there.
No. I'm talking about in the Champions League. I'm talking in the Champions League. Yeah, I'm talking about that. Do you know what I mean? Like even Klopp's Liverpool had to lose that final first and return to it later. Do you know what I mean? They had that Karius debacle. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
First, and then you can
even we had that. We did semi-finals and then the final and then
heartbreak overhype, man. That's just overhype, man.
It might be. I've seen it before. Even City,
he
lost that final,
Chelsea.
semi-finals. Do you know what I mean? It just seems to happen. Do you know what I mean? Look,
we've had our share of heartbreak. Have you seen us in the last 20 years?
Yeah, like
not in the Champions League. That's just different heartbreak.
No. Heartbreak is heartbreak.
It don't matter what kind of.
I don't know.
No, that is not heartbreak. Heartbreak is reaching the final and losing. Liverpool had heartbreak.
Yeah.
Well,
Arsenal fans wearing nappies.
You getting knocked out in the round of 16 is not a heartbreak, bro.
No, that is a
That's
heartbreak.
not heartbreak, bro.
For you, but for me, that hurt. You know how deeply
it might hurt, but it's not
Why
like.
does it hurt, bro?
Bro,
That's it. We can't do nothing. We have to wait until the next campaign.
For me,
I have to
losing
watch our brothers. Yeah, go and compete for the trophy I want. Nah, I can't do it, man.
Bro, heartbreak is when I reach the final hurdle of the race. I'm toe-to-toe with the guy and I'm falling or I get tripped. But if I'm freaking 7th or 8th in the race and I see the guy 100 meters ahead of me, that's not heartbreak, bro. I'm just glad I'm finishing this race, bro.
No, but
it's a heartbreak.
It still is heartbreak though, because you go into that. You never go into something thinking, "Oh yeah."
Okay, hold on. Now we're reaching the point. So you go to the Champions League every season thinking you're gonna win it.
As a fan, when it starts, yeah, you think you have a chance.
Even in the Champions League before last season.
Come on, man. So hold on. So when you
win the Europa League, man, they can't win the Europa League.
No, but I'm saying,
hold on. Can I ask you guys something? Wait, Ahmed, Manchester United. Did you go to the Champions League last season thinking you're gonna win it? Honestly.
The hell no.
I'm not saying think it, but
are you crazy with this manager, bro?
But yeah,
I can't wait until he's gone.
But it's totally different. It is totally different. Last year we were like what, 2nd or 3rd favorites to win the champs. We're like,
bro,
we're
that
there.
is banter.
No, bro, the bookies have our 2nd.
No bookies
exactly,
had you.
It's the bookies,
no bookies
bro.
had you as 2nd or 3rd favorites for the Champions
League. The bookies had them 3rd. You know why? A lot of people bet on Arsenal to win the league.
No, at the start of last season, we was like 3rd favorites to win that champs after Man City and Real Madrid.
No, if you ask the bookies in Spain, Germany, Italy, they wouldn't have your 3rd favorite.
Nowadays, I get it. Nowadays,
I don't live in Spain, Germany.
Should go to the Champions League, guys. I think Arsenal should go to the Champions League aiming to win it now. But you weren't telling me when you were getting knocked on the round 16 that every year are going to win it.
No, I'm not saying that. You're missing my point.
Okay.
You're missing my point. I'm not
okay.
When I go into the competition, I'm not thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna win it. But there's hope there. I'm thinking, yeah, we got a chance. I'm not just going into it thinking, oh yeah, Champions League is over.
Was so tight. It was literally a goal that got like.
Come on, let's not do this. We lost to Barcelona twice in the final, man. Come on,
man.
Yeah, that's what you call heartbreak.
That is heartbreak.
That's what you call heartbreak. Losing to Man City in the last minute goal. That's what you call heartbreak.
Arsenal last season definitely had a chance. Arsenal last season, 20 hard way. Actually, Arsenal last season definitely had a chance of winning the Champions League. 100%. And it wasn't a 1% or a 2%. I said after the quarterfinal, Arsenal, after Man City and Real Madrid, had the 3rd chance. Maybe Bayern Munich, just because you were unlucky by drawing Bayern Munich the 2nd leg away. I picked Bayern Munich to win. If Bayern Munich were coming to the Emirates the second leg, I would have picked you to win 100%. And it showed how close the games were, right? It's literally because you were playing away after the second game. So I get what you guys saying, but anyway, going back to the heartbreak, whatever heartbreak is. Guys, hit that like button. Here we go. I don't know. We should speak about Manchester United actually a bit. And Chelsea. Let's start with Chelsea, though. I had a show with Don this morning. It's all if we've done this, if we do that, will be great. What is happening if Chelsea don't win this game? And by the way, can I ask everyone?
Right where I said they were. Where's Chaz at?
Can I ask something? Okay, Chez is coming soon. Can I ask something before I do that? Super chat here from
Chaz
my
needs
guy
to be here
again.
because he was talking mad hype.
Yeah. Saka, third best player in the world right now. Argument?
Are we
Go
like
away.
joking?
No, he's
We're just taking
not.
the piss now today. Like,
What?
No way.
Now you're taking the piss and you want to start arguments for no reason. So by the way, Saka isn't the third best player in the world. Can I ask you guys something? Is Saka the third best player in the Premier League now?
No.
Honestly speaking.
Arguably, like top
No,
five, yeah.
not even.
No, he's not top 3.
Top 5, I'd say, but top 3's a bit.
Who's ahead of
Maybe
him,
top
Jay?
10. Top 10.
I'd put Salah.
Yeah.
I'd put Salah, Haaland, and I
De
still
Bruyne.
give De Bruyne. I still put De Bruyne over him.
And
Rodri.
as well.
Rodri.
And Rodri, yeah. But you said top three, yeah.
So he's not top 3.
Nah, not for me, not yet, but he will.
Can I ask you guys
Of course,
genuinely, who's better, Odegaard or Saka, just for the Arsenal fan? Who would you rather lose to?
If they're different.
Odegaard's
though,
better
that's the
footballer.
If I'm asking you tomorrow, Souls, to sell a player, they're close in age. Saka's 23, Odegaard's 25. Who would you sell tomorrow?
I'd say I'd sell Saka because it's easier to replace him than what Odegaard brings. There's not very many Odegaards on the market or available.
No, I heard that.
I
many-
totally
how many-
disagree. I'd sell Odegaard in a heartbeat.
Guys,
How
can
many-
I, in the chat, this is a very interesting question. You get rid of one player from Arsenal tomorrow, who would you rather lose? Odegaard. A lot of people are saying Saka, by the way, which is mad to me.
I'll
That's
get rid of
mad.
Mustafi.
That's mad to me. That's mad to
Bro,
me.
that's
Yeah,
not, they love Saka so much.
No, I'll get rid of Odegaard. Me,
Yeah,
personally.
Right, so,
Yeah, I
okay,
can
okay,
get
if I were
rid
to
of
ask you
Odegaard
to
or
replace
Saka.
Odegaard, who are you bringing in?
Musiala.
Yeah, Golo from Madrid.
There's a
Musiala.
lot of
Musiala.
midfielders you could bring in over Odegaard.
Yeah, but you have to be
Musiala.
realistic. You have to be realistic, though, innit?
What do you mean I have to be realistic?
And
Like
Musiala
Musiala won't
could
come.
cost you like an arm and a leg, though.
No, but ain't he on his last year? Or
Yeah, but Defoe's not getting him. If he's going on a free, he's going to a City or Real Madrid or
You might
something
as well
like that.
just
We're
get
not going
that
to
guy
get.
from Villarreal.
He's
He's
a
a really
good-
young lad from Villarreal to play in that.
Or you can get Wirtz or whatever his name is.
oh yeah,
Oh,
works from Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, that's another one. For me, there ain't
Yeah,
that many
but
good left footers, even young ones either. Salah's like there, and then who else are you gonna get? Who would
No,
you
Oh,
replace?
you're right.
I agree.
Who would you replace with Saka?
I mean, you got that Barcola guy from PSG. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
please,
Barcola.
Barcola.
He plays in the
Barcola
left.
Nation.
Oh,
Please
plays
don't
in
know
the
Barcola, man.
Barcola stinks, man. Barcola
Barcola
stinks.
is
Please.
cooking this season.
Barcola's another Dembele, man. Please.
No, he's
please.
not. No,
Please.
he's
But
not.
that's
We're not
that's
doing
not
that.
best,
We're not
though.
doing that, bro. We're not doing that.
Dembele stinks. He's a comps player.
Barcola this season actually been playing
Oh,
amazing on
that's
the
the
left.
start. Come on.
Barcola's been playing really well on the left.
Oh, no, wait.
Dembele's-
Okay,
Dembele's
super chat.
ultimate comp.
Let's
Three,
go to Chelsea.
Three.
Go to Chelsea. If Chelsea don't win this weekend, and by the way, before we go on, I was going to ask a question. Are Chelsea favourites against Bournemouth away? Honestly
Yes.
speaking.
That's
Yes.
disrespectful, that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, why are we
And
not? Why are we
Oh,
not?
Ahmed, you know Mo don't rate you like that if he's asking you questions like that. You don't rate you. Just,
Yes,
No, it
yes.
just- it's-
Yes, they are favourites.
Moving-
They should be favourites. We've got an overall good
By
record
the way,
there.
Andrew, should is different than they are.
No. Yes, and should. Yes, and should.
Yes,
Yes, and should.
yes.
Yes, and should. Yes, and should. They should
So
be.
you
And
go to
they
Crystal
are.
Palace and Bournemouth play some of the best football under Iraola, and you're going away to them, but you think you should be winning against them.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to get
So
football, you have to
who
be Bournemouth.
teams that when you go away to, Andrew, that you're not favourites against? Count them, please.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal at the moment. Our record's not very good. And Newcastle. And actually, at Newcastle, I reckon it's not good at Old Trafford, but I still think we should beat this United team. But those four.
I don't think you go to Villa and your favourites, or even Tottenham.
I think no Tottenham. Tottenham. Our record recently in the new stadium. I think they've beaten us once. Am I right, Will? In the league, I think they've beaten us once.
Literally, it was only on the part that they've lost.
And I don't. For me, the overall fix. I don't ever fear going to Tottenham. I just don't. This is my history with the club. I don't fear going there. Like I don't. The Villa one, I don't fear going to Villa. We should have won last year there.
We've beaten them at home before, and we've drawn there.
So I don't fear going to Villa. I don't fear going to Villa.
Bar the nightmare under the lights, I don't think you've beaten us at our ground that many times. We've drawn a lot.
Yeah, we did. We beat you 3-0 under Tuchel. Beat you 1-0 with Tuchel's first game, Jorginho penalty. I think we beat you under Lampard.
Guys, there is a massive background noise.
Yeah,
is that me? Hold on, let me mute. Tell me if it's me.
I think Will, if I'm right, I think you beat us when Potter was in charge 2-0, and I think in a League Cup game you beat us on pens. I think. Apart from that, I think we've won every other time now. So
yeah,
at the Bridge, yeah, I think a lot of them have been draws at home. I think you've beaten us a couple of times, but
no, I don't think there's been a draw between us in your new stadium. I don't think there's been a draw. I think
there's not been a draw. Yeah,
like I said, I think you beat us definitely with Potter 2-0 last season. I think Skip scored his first goal, right? And then you beat us in the League Cup. I think it was either 1-0 or on pens. I can't remember. I think it was in the. Was it?
We beat them in the Carabao.
Broski, Chelsea have Bournemouth away, West Ham away, then Brighton at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't win this game, it's crazy.
We beat Brighton, by the way, home and away last season as well.
You know what? We talk about Arsenal's expectation. We actually need to start talking about Chelsea as well. You know, like they're getting away with it. Look, they're getting away with it. You know, with the money.
Please, we talked about it every day. Stop this nonsense. Mo's done more shows on Chelsea these past 2 weeks than Arsenal. What we talking about here? We talked about all the time. Your mob keep getting away with it. What are we talking about?
Oh, no one rates us anyway, so it's not really getting away.
Yeah, but I'm just.
I heard from both of these two guys down here that they were getting top 4 before the season started. Didn't we, Mo?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Who said that?
I never said that. I never said that.
Me?
Yeah,
Mo, have I ever said we're getting top 4 next season? I beg you tell me. This season, have I said that we're going to cook the season and get top 4?
Okay.
If I did, I'll give Will 50 quid.
Will, listen, you can check my record.
I don't think Ahmed ever said. Ahmed said this manager is garbage and dead.
Yeah, but they still said they're finishing above Tottenham. That's what
I know
we had a whole argument about it.
But a lot of Manchester United fans literally said we're finishing 4th.
No, I've heard
someone went further than this and said third.
They went third, and also, Mo, if you remember, they're going to score 85 league goals. 85 league goals, I've heard. With this attack, they've scored 57 and 58, and they're arguably worse in attack this season. So there's no way they can win 85.
Yeah, we might not know how to attack here, but your defense is very bad. I'll be honest. Your defense is awful.
So hold on. So you think your club is better than their club at the current moment?
United and Chelsea ain't far off, by the way, in terms of who's worse. It's actually not far off. It's 50-50. Honestly, objectively speaking, the bar's not really.
Do you think Chelsea? Do you think Chelsea lose 3-0 to Liverpool at home, being that embarrassed? You think so?
I still don't know with Chelsea. Like they can concede so many chances. Like
they literally played Manchester City and it looked way better than
they look good. Of course, they look good because they've got a decent coach. But what I'm saying is, we still need to see though. We need a bigger sample size. But what I'm saying is,
that's true.
I give you this.
Yeah, we just need the bigger sample size, and also that could change with like a new gaffer in it. I don't think the bar's that different. I don't think Chelsea might have a better squad. I agree with that. You guys have better attackers and better midfielders. I think our defense on paper is better, but obviously it doesn't play like.
I think your defense is still. I don't know. You haven't got a left back.
Let's not reach it. By the way, I gave you the two. By the way,
and I think I think your defense will. I don't know. I agree. Like off the pitch, I think we're more similar in terms of like how close we are for stuff. Like on the pitch, maybe. I don't know. Listen, going back to the Bournemouth game, we should be favourites and we should win. I'm sorry. It's just not acceptable to lose.
Do you guys think that a lot of Chelsea fans, imagine if Chelsea don't win against Bournemouth and they don't get good results. Do you guys think that Chelsea fans will be Maresca out? Seriously?
I think. It's very small size.
I'm not doing shows with HUSAM. If Chelsea lose, I'm not doing shows with HUSAM.
Yeah, I'm gonna block him. I'm gonna block his channel. I'm
literally blocking.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm gonna unsubscribe. He's gonna invite.
I'm not doing I'm not doing MHF. I'm not doing any shows, bro.
I will tell Mo, if we drop points, he's ringing me right away. You know that he's gonna try and get me on just to explain.
Bro, I'm not doing shows with the guy, bro.
I'm not doing it.
Bro, he's gonna be unbeatable, bro.
No, but we should be going into this game winning. We should aim to win. We should be favourites. We should win this game. Got a good record overall at Bournemouth. But yeah, we should be winning. I mean, that team under Lampard a season and a half ago won there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm expecting us to win. Whether we concede or not, that's a different story. I think we should just outscore them and win.
The only team that surprised me this season is Nottingham Forest. Does anybody watch any Forest games?
No, I saw
highlights. One Forest game. I
heard that Newcastle. The guy they got from Newcastle. Is really good, by the way.
Yeah, he's been playing. They've been playing pretty good.
Yeah, the midfielder they got from Newcastle is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I did like Bournemouth's performance against Newcastle. They did play well. They should have beat Newcastle the other week. They did play well, but they just didn't take their chances. Whether they can do against us, but I think we should be outscoring them anyway, whether they take chances against us or not.
And then they had that weird performance. They had that really weird performance against Everton where they just capitulated.
Yeah, I mean, Everton sort of battered them. They sort of battered them really and then collapsed. So
exactly. So
yeah,
again, that's something if you're Chelsea, you look at and just can you just do that in the first half and just be consistent in the second?
Yeah, agreed. But there's no excuse.
But again, I said this before, man. We should be winning this game 2-1, 2-1, maybe even 2-0. We should be able to. We should be able to make that happen against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
If Chelsea is trying to consider themselves to be within the top four, this is a sort of game we look at. Last season we dropped points under Poch. We should be trying to get some points there.
I'm seeing this Chelsea team, and I'm really confused about Chelsea, to be honest. Now after the Crystal Palace game. This game, by the way, is going to tell me a lot about how I'm viewing Chelsea this season. If you win this game comfortably, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to be back on the horse. If you don't, I'm being the biggest flip-flop you'll see on the internet, bro. I think you'll find,
Mo. I think there's more Crystal Palace performances in terms of missing chances that we're going to have this season, but we will drop points because they're just not consistent enough. There's no consistent attacking player there they'll miss more chances than they'll score. Obviously, I think there'll be more stuff like that, but it's going to be one of those things. Losing is not acceptable in anything, shape, or form.
I've said this before. In the beginning of the season, we're going to be a bit erratic. There's going to be erratic results. We're going to get just about making sure we're consistent in the middle to end of the season. That's the business end of the season at the end of the day. So if we can do that, we'll be fine.
Quick question to the Chelsea ones. Where's your little marquee signing, Dewsbury Hill?
Why is he who said it was a good signing?
That was for me, the Chelsea fans for me was gassing Dewsbury Hill like he's something special.
I'll tell you why.
I don't know who you speak.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
No, they would say it was the marquee signing given the state of the window at that time. That was the marquee signing.
The marquee signing for them is Neto, 100%.
No. I'm talking at the time.
Before Neto.
The transfer window for Chelsea was not good in terms of the names.
Renato Vega, Dewsbury Hall, and Tosin on the free. That was what it was.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
the last 2 weeks of the window.
Yeah, and then obviously the Neto thing was followed by the João Felix thing. I'm not 100% sure on Felix, and Sancho thing followed. So that's the window.
I think Felix is gonna cook.
Well, hopefully, I'm not 100% sure on Felix or Sancho. they still have to prove a lot to me. Neto, we're going to manage his minutes and stuff like that. That was a more marquee signing, but we'll see. I still think Maresca's got to figure out. His biggest problem is figuring out what combination works up there.
His biggest problem is he made Enzo Fernandez captain.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because then he can't.
Even Don this morning said, I think that is one of our main problems at Chelsea is that we made this guy captain, and he has to play now, but he shouldn't be playing.
Well, first of all, it shouldn't even be. First of all, what he did in summer shouldn't even be at this club. But that's not going to happen in this modern day football because he's an asset that's worth millions of pounds. If he was worth 1 million, he wouldn't be at this club still. We all know that, right? Second of all, so what you do is, so here's the logical bit. So what you do is to bring harmony to the squad. Your logical step is to make him a vice captain. Not this, whether he's in this leadership group that everyone likes to put right now. Well, if he's in a leadership group, why can't someone else have the captaincy for?
He's not even a leader, bro. He's not the guy. He's even not a leader. He's like another Bruno Fernandes on the pitch. Complain, moans, flaming arms. He's not like even that leader. You know what I mean? Like
he's not even he's not even done anything that you could go, well, yeah. I got to follow what this guy says because he takes the game by the horns. You know what I mean? He's not that type of player. I've always said you should just give. Maybe like they do an international tour, they give it to the most talented player. I'll just give it to Cole Palmer or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I would do. Just give it to the most talented player and just go on from there because you know he's going to play. But you're right. You can't give Enzo Fernandez shouldn't have the captain's armband because when you give him the captain's armband, you're initially saying to that your coach is saying that that's the guy that represents me on the pitch. Essentially, that's the guy I want leading and stuff like that. And you're right. He's not leadership material. He's a follower. Even at Argentina, he's not leadership material. He's a follower. Do you know what I mean?
And go on. For me as well, with the whole racial thing, you've got a lot of brothers at your club.
Exactly. So you give the guy captaincy. What does that
say? They literally look at like, okay, does our manager agree with what? Like, it's called for me. That's a bit of confusion.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would. That's what I'm saying. It's like
well, you know them Italians, bro. Listen, the less said the better, bro. I'm telling you.
But
that's my point, though. That's my point.
We did so many shows. I'm not the racism thing that they did with Argentina. Freaking Chelsea said, "Oh, we'll solve it internally," and now everyone is cool with him somehow. Okay, I don't know how, but somehow, and no one released any information about how suddenly Fofana is fine with him being his captain.
Yeah,
and everyone is okay. I have no idea what happened.
That picture, it's a picture of them like embracing or shaking hands.
Our captain and all this stuff, bro. Yeah. I don't know
so natural.
What they gave these players to accept him as captain of Chelsea Football Club.
It's bonkers. It's bonkers. I just, like I said, I've always said,
if they are fine with him, whatever. But my point is now you have to figure out one more thing.
Even without this
performances wise, he's not good to start for Chelsea.
Yeah, he shouldn't. No, and that's I totally agree with you. He shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be starting. Lavia should be starting when he's ready to go, or we should be trying. Someone else there like Vega or something like that. He can cover that. It's just he doesn't control the game. I've always said to you, man, I think he's better in a 3 than a 2. So I think I don't think he suits a double pivot. I just don't think he suits that. He doesn't control the game. He doesn't do. Oh, but he's great with his passes. We see it now and again. I think we saw a couple against City that were good passes, but we don't see anything else. But I can't base like my team wanting to win something on a guy doing a great pass every 3 or 4 games. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It just doesn't inspire. And I'm sorry, even if we bought him for 3 or 4 million instead of 105, he still wouldn't be good. His performances still wouldn't be good enough for them. Yeah. He needs to earn. You know what he needs to do? He needs to earn his place. He needs to earn the place. That's what he needs to do. And I think Caicedo plays better without him, because I always think that when they're playing in a pivot, I always think Caicedo is worried what Enzo is doing, and he thinks he has to do like 2 jobs. He has to do this and that. And I think Caicedo, we've seen it with Caicedo, even with that one game with Man City. I thought they played better together. And even when Enzo was out last season, Caicedo was better. We saw Caicedo play better. without him. I would have
Everyone
done
is just Lavia and Caicedo, bro. This looks so much better, bro. In that
yeah.
I was-
Even Caicedo
just
without,
about to
and
say.
even Caicedo back in the losses, like I just said, we saw him flourish. He played better. He came into the game more. And
For me, I
you know,
think Lavia makes
I would
sense.
seriously consider selling Enzo next summer. I would sell Enzo now next summer.
They would.
Whether
They
he-
can't. They
I feel
can't.
know.
like, man, we need to see.
because
But we said-
because they have amortization for his and if
Yeah.
once they sell him for cheaper, that
Yeah.
goes on the book as a big loss, and now
Does.
you've screwed up PSR
Yeah,
and
and
FFP
that's the
and
problem.
everything.
That's
You
the
know what I
problem.
mean?
I honestly
can't
would
do
try.
that.
I would honestly
No.
try Renato Vega maybe and Caicedo in midfield.
Well, I would have kept Ugo Chukwu. I would have kept Ugo Chukwu.
That's what I said, bro. We should have kept Ugo Chukwu. We should have kept
Who
Ugo
the hell
Chukwu,
is
bro.
that?
with his
I
injuries.
like that kid, but he had
Hey.
a one horrific game, and they're like, "You're out of the club."
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. Bro. That's what I don't like. The guy started very well. The guy played well,
Maybe on
and he had
Saturday.
one bad game, and they told
Yeah.
him you're out of the club. While
Yeah.
someone like Enzo is having a bad game after a bad game, and you're like, "All right, I will give you another chance. It's okay. You'll get the second chance and the third chance." It's crazy to me, to be honest. But anyway, it is what it is. Listen, people. I think we'll speak about Manchester United on Saturday evening.
Pyramid escaped, man.
Ahmed, you will win. I promise you,
Ahmed,
Ahmed.
Chukwu Nation
I
on
promise you,
Saturday.
Ahmed. You will win
We're
that
winning.
game.
We're winning.
You're winning
Yeah.
that game, right? Guys, they're going to win the game. And I promise you, the bandwagon
They'll get gassed
again
about
and Erik ten Hag, and oh my God, he's going to turn it around and it's going to be fantastic. On
They did the same
Saturday,
thing
you
with-
guys know. Bro, we have seen this drill happen for the last 2 seasons.
Bro, I saw
It's
it
going.
on the Ollie.
Bro, this is Ollie. This is Ollie all over again. You know what I mean? Ollie's then had this. Go on a bit of a run, lose
Well,
big.
Southampton have been playing quite good, man. I'll be honest, man. I think Southampton have been playing quite well. I don't know if you guys have been watching.
If they lose to Southampton, he should definitely. He won't, but he should definitely get sacked if they lose to Southampton.
That's all I'm saying, man. Southampton have been playing quite well, man.
We'll
know
see
what,
how it
man?
goes. We'll
Yeah,
see
we'll
how it
have to
goes.
see,
Go ahead,
man.
Ahmed. But listen, people, this has been a brilliant and an amazing show. We'll see you guys on Saturday for the recap of the whole thing on midnight. And on Sunday, actually, we'll have Will, Dio, Gunasos, probably Jay, and I'm still looking for another Spurs fan to come in as well. That would be only a North London Derby special. It'll be crazy. And if any one of the guys wants to join, be my guest, by the way. Be my guest.
Hey, listen, if they lose, man, I'm coming for Dio, bro. He needs to get some smoke.
Oh, that guy, man.
Dio needs to get smoke, bro. He needs to get smoke, man.
We'll
Are we
see how it
doing
goes. But listen,
predictions?
people, this will take you to the bridge. Ahmed is going to start his stream in like 5 minutes or something. So, guys, go there, support Ahmed, of course. And Ahmed AA United, go support Ahmed, of course. And Jay's channel is in the description. Shez's hopefully will be here soon. Banter on the pitch. Dio couldn't make it today, but he will make it, inshallah, on Sunday. He will be here. I will see you guys soon. And we're out of here, people. Thank you for everybody super chatted the channel. Hit that like button. Stuck with us. We'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.
Big up.